Hi guys, so I'm fixing the video that I put out yesterday. I'm gonna make it right now. The servings, one per one per one per one. I'm making my cranberries. All right, there you can see. All right, I melted one stick of butter. Put that in the bottom of your casserole dish. My oven is already preheated to 350. So trying to do, for years I do it, and every year I stumble because I double the recipe, and then the cooking just, it's embarrassing. So you're going to take one box, just one corn muffin mix. Okay, put that in there. Okay, one box, one cream style corn. Dun, 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 dun. If you hear popping in the background, it's my cranberries. I did 2 bags of cranberries, rinsed them off, pick out the bad ones, a cup and a half of water, cup and a half of sugar, brought the sugar and the water to boil, added the 2 bags of cranberries, no, 2 cups of water, I'm sorry, and then I use Palermo all fruit seedless blackberry jam. I put that in there, and you bring it to a boil, a low boil, because you want the water that's in the middle of the berry. You want to bring that to a boil. It's like popcorn until it pops. And you see, okay, so that's the timer. Timer off. Timer for the cranberries. See, and they're kind of popping. And that's exactly where you want them to be. So they'll solidify with that sugar water and the Palermo all fruit. I was going to use pomegranate arrows, but yeah, I couldn't get a hold of any. So the arrows are the little seeds from the pomegranate, because those are always good too. Then you would just follow the package directions. All right, so I'm going to turn this down, and the rest are going to continue popping, and let's finish with this. All right, and get this the right way it's supposed to be. Okay, so we've added 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1 box of Jiffy corn muffin mix, 1 can of Del Monte creamed corn, 1 can of sweet corn undrained, 1 egg. I almost threw my bowl in the garbage. That's how flustered I am. Because of yesterday. It's like, oh my God, I cooked for so long, and it's like, why don't I not remember that this always happens every year? Oh, wait a minute, what happened to my preheat bake? Okay. There we go. So we're going to stir it up. Just going to stir it up. Good. We're going to get that muffin mix in there. After we get this stirred, then, I put this in the right way. And then we're going to add half the cheese. I'm going to do all the sour cream, so I'll be able to show you better. Oh, where's that sour cream? So it's 8 ounces. So it's the small tub of sour cream. And 1 bag of mild cheddar. Yesterday I used the rustic artistic cut. And then the variation of the 3 kinds of cheddar. And the topping, well, let's just say, I told you it has to be visually appealing and look appealing and taste appealing. Well, the top of it looked like a burn unit. Except it looked like a burned person's skin. That wasn't funny. But I don't mind baked cheese. I really don't. Like the burnt cheese on a pizza, because that's exactly what happened to yesterday's. So once we peel the cheese off the top, I went to baking it almost 3 hours to make sure the middle's set. I don't know why you cannot double this recipe. I don't know why. Every year I make it, and every year I know it, and every year I still try. Okay, so let's do a little bit of seasoning. We'll do some pepper. And we'll do some pepper. We'll do some dill from the garden. A little bit of dill. Alright, little dill. Some garlic powder. I know I'm out of frame. Yes, I'm still in my angel's pajamas. I know, yes. It's a lazy day. It's a very painful day. It snowed yesterday and my body is just, I'm suffering. Winters are hell for me. It's just so much pain. It's not a good thing for me. Okay, now let's use a little bit of this Sazonador Total, the Goya Perfect Seasoning. So we'll use some of this. Okay. Alright, so get that in. Alright, you guys, you need to pop a little bit more, I think. I'm going to put the cranberries back on high for a few minutes. I need to hear some more popping. So we'll get the seasoning all mixed and distributed evenly. Okay. So I will title this is the Jiffy corn casserole you want to make. Again, I'll take a photograph of it when it comes out of the oven and you can compare the two videos and see the difference. Okay. Alright, so now let's add half a bag of the cheese. Okay, into half the bag of the cheese. Left a little bit about that much to top it. We're going to stir that in, right? Okay. Do not stir in. Oh, you see that powder ball? Break it up. Break it up, buddy. Okay. So, we're going to stir in the cheese. Make sure it gets distributed well. And this does rise. That's why it's on an old baking sheet, because it does rise. And cheese, by nature, is oily. I'm telling you. Right, come on, guys. Break. Okay. All right. I think they need some help. I think the cranberries need a little bit of help here. So I'm just going to stir them up, help them pop. Oh, this is going to cool down and be so good. So you can just let it chill on the stove. And once it's cool enough, you transfer it to dishes. And then cool it in the dish. Okay, cool it in the dish. And then bring it to room temperature, put it in the refrigerator. It's not going to be solid. It's going to be like a relish. If you want, you can add a little bit of orange juice to it, a little bit of lemon juice, if you think you over-sweetened it. But yeah, many things you can do. Oh. You can add some honey if you wanted to. I just threw in a couple extra sugar cubes. So there's an overabundance of light cranberries, which means it's going to be a little bit bitter. Bitter. Okay, so far, 1 spoon. 1 spoon is the dirty dish, because I use these disposable things. We travel a lot, and with our well water in the septic system, you don't want to, try not to use as much as you possibly can. I'm going to see if I can't scoop it with a knife. Let's give it a shot. What's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't work. So here we go, dollops all over, right? Dollop. You're going to use the whole thing. I got a piece of foil in there. Not good. Oops. Okay. Got this. Dollop. Are you seeing? It's just dolloping. Sounded like I said galloping, didn't it? I didn't. I said dollop. Do not stir it in. It'll ruin the consistency. It'll ruin the appeal of this dish. This dish is a nice, sweet, and savory combination. Don't ruin it. Don't mix it in. Please. Don't mix it in. That's what will set yours apart. You can give the recipe to somebody. Just give them the recipes and say, okay, mix it all together. And you know what? It won't taste as special as yours. They'll have all the same ingredients, but if you don't tell them about this part, where you're just dragging it through, like you would like a milk chocolate, because it's going to stay on top. So it's going to look like one of those dotted cakes, you know? I said it yesterday, one of those punch cakes, where you make a cake and then you dip holes in it. You can put gelatin on top of it. Then you put it in the fridge and let it set, and then you frost it. And it's like a surprise. Okay, that's it. Don't touch it. Can you see it clear? Okay, so don't touch it. There we go. We're going to put that in the sink. And now for the rest of the cheese. You spread it as evenly as possible so that there is a little bit of cheddar everywhere. I do believe I left us enough cheese to do that. This is a 9x13 baking dish. They sell them like, I know they sell them at the dollar store, but if you have a Sam's Club card, it's better to go there because you get like 50 of them for like $6, I think. So it's like, why the hell would I go get 2 at the dollar store? I mean, if I don't have a Sam's Club and, you know, it's a one-time deal, then yeah, for convenience sake. Okay, that's it. Now this goes in the oven, 350 degrees, for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, until you jiggle it and it doesn't jiggle anymore. Then simply let it cool, put some foil on the top, put it in the fridge, and bring it to wherever you're going to go. Or if you're making it the day of Thanksgiving, you're going to let it sit for 5 minutes. Voila, ready to go. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.